Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I'm going to be doing 2 looks with the Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly Remastered palette. I feel like I say this every time, but it's the truth. As soon as I saw the sneak peek, I knew I needed to have it. The whole theming, the color story, it just got me. It just got me. And I love Unearthly Cosmetics. Every time they release something new, it catches my eye. It turns my head, if you will. I did purchase this with my own money. I do have an affiliate code with the brand. It is Rachel. It gives you 10% off and it is affiliated. So thank you so much if you do use the code. It really does help my channel out a lot. I'm gonna give you some close-ups, some swatches. Then we're gonna get to the first and second look. We're gonna end with my thoughts. This is not a review, it's just my first and second impression thoughts. Usually I have a palette ranking every 4 to 6 weeks where I give you my final review on a bunch of palettes after I've tested them thoroughly, but this is just me playing with the palette, getting a feel for the formulas. I always have timestamps down below in the description box if you want to skip around, if you don't care about the close-ups or the swatches, although you probably want to see the swatches because this palette is beautiful. I will link the palette as well as everything else that's on my face in both looks down in the description box. And if you enjoy this while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you love indie eyeshadows. Let me give you some information about this palette. So first of all, it came in its own little case, its own little trinket box. How beautiful is this? Unearthly has been doing this lately with some of their newer palettes, and I think it's such a fun touch. It really adds value, and you're able to use this again. It has a really nice magnetic closure. The outside packaging matches the packaging of the palette. So the Don't Be Jelly palette retails for $60. There are 12 shades and there's a mix of mattes, duochromes, multichromes, and standard shimmers. The pans are magnetic and the names of each of the shades is on the back of each magnetic pan. And Unearthly Cosmetics is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. And they're an indie brand out of Florida, not too far from me actually. So I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Sorry. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you picked this up, if you skipped on it, if you're eyeing it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I'm gonna send you off to look number 1. I'm wearing look number 2 as we speak, but I will come back at the end and I will give you my first and second impression thoughts on the palette. All right, I am not feeling good today, but you know what always makes me feel better? Putting on makeup. And this palette looks absolutely gorgeous. I am so excited. I don't even know what I want to do. I mean, I want to use Hydra Space. Let's be real. That multichrome, like duh. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Coral first. I'm gonna take my Singe E03 brush, and this color, this matte coral, looks so pretty, right up my alley. I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, by the way, and all the other makeup that's on my face, I will link down below. That is such a beautiful, unique shade. I don't know what it is about that matte shade, but I think it's so beautiful. I feel like I could just put this all over my lid and call it a day, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm next gonna go in with the BK 205 brush, and I'm gonna go into Sea Urchin, which looks like a very, very deep purple. And I'm gonna place this in the outer corner. And I'm just going back in with Coral on that Singe Beauty brush and blending it out a little more. Those 2 matte shades blended effortlessly like the usual Unearthly Cosmetics formula. I have no complaints. Now I'm gonna go in with the NYX Glitter Primer all over the lid. I'm gonna go into Hydro Space, this multichrome that looks like it's so many colors. I'm so excited. Now with multichromes, you're gonna see the strongest shift, the more surface area that you put it on. So I'm gonna put this all over my lid. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I'm gonna start with my finger and then I might go in with a brush to get more precise. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. That shade is so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see, this is what the cool kids do. Will it work for me? Can you see anything? Sorry if you can't. I'm going to repeat those 2 matte shades that I used on the upper lash line. I'm starting with Sea Urchin and getting really close to the lash line. And then I'm gonna blend that out with Coral. And then I'm gonna pop the shade Salty right here into my inner corner. And I'm actually gonna spray it because it does look a little textured. Okay, so here is the final look. I love it. The multi-chrome Hydrospace is so freaking pretty, so beautiful. It is an interesting multi-chrome that it's not like super duper emollient, super creamy. So if you are prone to creasing, you're probably not gonna have any problems with creasing with this one. And it has that extra little sparkle to it. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's not a black base multi-chrome, so there is like a transparent base-ish, but I mean, it looks really pretty just on my bare lid. And the primary color I see when I look in the mirror is like a coral sparkle with like a yellow gold as well. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And the mattes worked out beautifully, no complaints at all. I went off camera, I added some lashes from Juvia's Place and ColourPop Charmer gel liner. I wear Charmer all the time. Charmer is to me like Prance is to Angelica Nyqvist. If you know, you know. And then I put on one of Unearthly's satin liquid lipsticks in Dreamy. I think this was in the Valentine's Day mystery box. I don't think it's available on its own, but beautiful. Like I said, everything else that is on my face I will link down below, but these 4 shades that I used, they look really beautiful. No complaints at all. I did do my face makeup first, which I hardly ever do, but I'm kind of pressed for time, so it just makes it easier for me to put my makeup on, do my eye look with you guys on camera, and then get out the door. But all that to say, I really didn't get any fallout. I mean, maybe a tiny bit from this multi-chrome, like the sparkle kind of got around here, but it looks like it's part of my highlight, so I don't mind. But that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think about this look, and I'm gonna now pass you off to look number 2. Okay, I am ready for look number 2. I have all clean brushes. I have a beautiful palette. Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day. So last time I used more of the neutral shades-ish, right? I kind of want to go for the purples or maybe the greens. Let's maybe go with this quad over here today. I've already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm gonna go in with this Unearthly brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Sea Star, this really pretty purple. And I'm just gonna start placing this kind of all over my crease and on my outer corner. Listen, you know a matte shade is good when you can use one matte shade and make it look like you've used 2 or 3 because of the ability to create depth with it. Like I'm able to sheer it out more in my upper crease and build it up here so that it looks like there's a gradient when I really only just used one matte shade. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Glitter Primer all over the lid. I'm gonna go into the shade Jellyfish, this really pretty purple shimmer. So pretty. Okay, I am back. Let's do the lower lash line together. Everything else that's on my face, I will link down in the description box. I'm thinking I wanna go with these minty colors for my lower lash line. I'm gonna take a pencil brush from BK Beauty and I'm gonna go into Seafoam, this Seafoam matte. And I'm just going to basically just push this up against my lower lash line. I'm just gonna take a little tiny fluffy blending brush from Singe. This is the EO5. I'm gonna go into Seafoam and I'm just going to blend the edges a little bit. I'm gonna take this tiny little brush from What's Up Beauty. I'm gonna go into Brine, the metallic mint, and I'm gonna spray the brush and I'm gonna put this in the inner part of my lower lash line. This ColourPop cream gel liner is a little bit more like bluish green, but I think it's still gonna work. This is Icebreaker. All right, and this is the finished second look. What do we think? I think it came out really beautiful. It's very springy with the purple and the green. I'm absolutely loving it. I love it. Let me know down below in the comments which look was your favorite. I like them both. I like them both. I really don't have a favorite. I like them both. So let me give you my initial thoughts on this palette. This is not a review. I have to continue using this palette before I give you my final thoughts. I do a palette ranking every 4 to 6 weeks where after I've tested a bunch of palettes, I can give you my final thoughts in like a speed reviews type of format. But for now, I'm just gonna give you my initial first and second impressions. I think this is wonderful. The quality of all the shadows that I used were unbelievably beautiful. The mattes are really pigmented, but not overly pigmented to the point where it's hard to blend. They're a really good formula. I've always loved Unearthly's matte formula, and I feel like this is the same formula that I come to expect from them. And then these shimmers, I definitely can tell a difference between these reformulated shimmers and their past shimmers. Their past shimmers are very hard pressed in the pan, which I had no problem with their past shimmer formula. I've always loved that shimmer formula, but these ones are a little less hard pressed, so I feel like picking them up with a brush is gonna be a little bit easier. And I love that we have a mix of multi-chromes, duochromes, as well as some standard shimmers in here. I just really am impressed with this. I mean, I'm not surprised because how much I love the brand and I feel like their quality is top notch, but this is really good. It's really good. If you were thinking about it, I can't discourage you. Once again, if you are interested in picking anything up from the Unearthly website, I do have a code and it's Rachel. It does save you 10% off and it is affiliated. So thank you so much if you do use the code. It does really help my channel out a lot. And I think that's all I have to say. Stay tuned as I continue to use this. I will give you some updated thoughts, but as of now, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. And now I want to hear from you. Did you pick up this palette? Are you thinking about picking it up? Did you skip on it? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.